Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife, Karina, from beautiful Venezuela, which is north of Colombia. And Colombia is where we dated each other. Karina lived in Colombia for almost 6 years, and I kept flying back and forth to Colombia. And I probably lived in Colombia for 2.5 years with all the trips back and forth and living together. And we went through the K1 visa process like you guys. And we understand it's a stressful, difficult process. We understand it's not easy. We understand it's expensive. We understand that you got to have patience. And the most important thing is be patient and don't keep counting days. Don't count days. If you are waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, counting days isn't going to help speed up the process. It's not going to help you. Okay? Just wait out the process. Janisha Kendo one time. Hi Diego, looking good, mashallah. Thank you, Jan. Appreciate you. Sheena Anderson. Hi Diego and Karina. What's going on, Sheena? And Chris and Emil. Okay. Well, that's good. Okay. We like okay. Okay means good, right? Sheena Anderson. Sheena and Christian from Maryland. Right. Now, wasn't Christian, wasn't he in Abu Dhabi? Where was he at? I think he was in Abu Dhabi. Mackenzie Owens. My fiance will be going through customs alone. Is there any tips you have for her as I cannot be with her? Well, just be cool, be calm, and just answer the questions. And don't worry. Just act like a normal person. Don't sweat it. It's much preferable. It's much better if you accompany your beneficiary through the Border Patrol checkpoint, because then your fiance doesn't feel like stressed out. But if you can't be there with her, just tell her to relax. James Wright, good evening, mates. What's going on, James? James, I'm going to assume you're in England, right? I think you're in England. Melis Ghana, hello, good evening to this beautiful couple, sending love from the United States, Texas. Well, we love everybody in Texas. Texas is a big place. It's the second biggest state in the union. There are 50 states in America. 50. That's 50. 50. 50 states. Alaska's the biggest, and Texas is the second biggest. Jan, sure. One time. 5 months, 3 days, still waiting on DS 5535 in Pakistan. That's a long wait. Make sure you send emails to the U.S. Embassy in Pakistan and check in with them at least twice a month. Chris and Emil, well, look at you. Right off the bat, a super chat from Chris and Emil, and it's an end of the month celebration, right? March is about gone. Say goodbye, March. It's almost April. That means you're closer to getting your K1 visa or your green card. Chris and Emil, thanks for the support and answers of this K1 visa. No problem. That's why we're here for you. Hopefully, she will be here in 5 or 7 months. Hopefully, quicker than that. But hang in there. Try not, I never counted the days. I waited 22 months for Karina, but I didn't count days. I counted the months. I said, okay, March is about gone. Now we're coming into April. And then when April passes, okay, April's gone. Time for May. Try not to count the days. It'll just give you a headache. Yes, Kristen was in Dubai. Sheena, yeah, I remember. And you're in Maryland. We submitted our adjustment of status application this week. High five to Sheena. Good news. We're glad to hear it. So now just wait for the green card. Wait for your letter. What you're going to do is this. When you submit your application for your green card, now you're going to wait for a letter from immigration giving you the day and the time and the location of your biometrics. That's what you're going to wait for now, the letter. Okay? And if you included an employment authorization document request, you're going to wait for the confirmation of that. And then they'll mail it to you. So congratulations, Sheena and Christian. Good job. Let's see. Bud Garcia. Now, Bud, your beneficiary is in Thailand, near Bangkok. Good afternoon, Diego and Karina from Washington State. Glad to hear from you. Hang ear. Hi, Diego. We were issued another 221G with returned passports stating that the medical exam was incomplete, but they're making us wait till September for an exam. Why is that? Wait until September? What country is this? Why do they make you wait till September for a new exam? Is that the doctor doing that, or is that the embassy? You should be able to schedule another medical exam before September. That's crazy. Go down to the doctor's office. I don't know what country. I can't remember the country. Hang here. What country? Go to the doctor's office. Have your beneficiary. Go to the doctor's office and reschedule the medical exam. Who's making you wait till September? It's April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months for a medical exam. There's something wrong. Go schedule the medical exam. You're in Mexico. It doesn't take 6 months to get a medical exam in Mexico. It doesn't take 6 months. Just go reschedule it. Okay? So you got saying that the medical exam is incomplete. That wasn't your fault. That's the doctor's fault. Right? You go put it on the doctor and say, hey, you messed up my medical exam. You need to fix it and get it done. Don't be saying, I've got to wait 6 months. Go down to the doctor's office and reschedule it and say, you messed up my medical exam. You need to set me another one. Mackenzie Owens, we will live in Florida, but we want to get married in Ohio. Okay. The Ohio, no problem. Our K1 is there. Anything we should now. Well, live in Florida and wait and get married in Ohio. Or you got to make sure you submit with your green card application the marriage certificate showing you guys got married in Ohio with lots of pictures with your wedding, lots of pictures with friends and family, and identify the people in the pictures. Well, this is my cousin, this is my friend, this is this, and this is the place. Lots of pictures, 20, 30 pictures of your wedding. And then include, when you apply for your green card, include pictures from the past. When Karina applied for her green card, we included pictures from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. We had 4 years worth of pictures. Don't just include the wedding pictures. Go back to when you first started dating each other. Remember, the person adjudicating your green card is not the person who looked at your K1 visa. They're different people. Okay? The person looking at your green card doesn't know who you are. They've never seen you before. They know nothing about you other than what's in your green card application. Okay, you got it? And Chris and Emil, thank you for that super chat. We appreciate you. Abdul Wahab Kanu, good evening, Diego. What is the co-current filing for adjustment of status? I don't understand the question. What do you mean? What is a co-current filing? What is that? I've never heard of it. You can apply for your green card, and with a joint sponsor if you need a joint sponsor. But co-current, I don't know. I don't understand your question. I apologize. I've never heard of that. Melis Ghana, please. When is the name change done? When you file for the green card. Melis Ghana, when you file for your green card, okay, on our marriage certificate or license, they didn't change my name. That's normal. That's normal. They didn't change Karina's name either on her marriage certificate. It's normal. How can we change my last name to bear my husband's name? When you fill out 485, USCIS form 485, when you apply for your green card, you put your name with your husband's name on the green card application. That's how you do it. Homeland Security will change it. Your green card will come into your house, or however it comes to you, with your husband's last name. Then you take your husband's last name, you take your green card with your married name on it, and then you go and change your social security card to your married last name, etc., etc., etc. It's easy. Melis, relax. Mackenzie Owens, well, look at you. Chris and Emil and Mackenzie Owens. Mackenzie Owens, super chat. You're helping us you're going to keep me in gas money. So after all our trips because we had to go to New Orleans. Mackenzie Owens, thanks for all of the advice. It really helped us in passing our K1 interview. Not a problem. That's why we're here. We're here for you. Melis Ghana, please, when you fill out your 485, okay, when you apply for your green card, right, you're going to apply for your green card. You're going to fill out this form right here. Application to register permanent status, permanent residence, or just status. Here it says your current legal name. Your current legal name is your married name to your husband. That goes there. And then underneath it says, what other names have you used? Then underneath, you're going to put your maiden name before you got married. That is how you change your last name to your husband's name with the U.S. government. That's how you do it. Don't worry what the marriage certificate says. Don't worry about that. On our marriage certificate, it's got Karina's maiden name. That's it. That's across the whole United States. Don't worry about it. Jan Sure, one time. Yes, we do follow up inquiries once a month, and they only update a case once I send an inquiry and send an auto reply saying they'll let us know once the administrative process is completed. Okay, just keep sending those inquiries. Very important that you don't forget to do that. Bud Garcia, yes, she is. She's in Thailand. When do you think I should make a medical exam for my fiance's visa? Interviews the 25th of June. Okay, so your question is, when should you schedule the medical exam? Well, she's going to have to do it in Thailand, and I would schedule it probably around June 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere in there. Sheena Anderson, thank you, Diego. You're welcome, Sheena. We hope. How's the weather in Maryland? We hope the weather is good. Here it's 68, 69, 70 degrees and sunny. And it's what, 6:08 p.m. Central Time. Hang here, but on the 221G it says no earlier than September 3rd, Diego. Okay, well, really, I don't care what the 221G says. Why does it say that? Why would it say that? Probably because you can't get it's probably because you can't get a visa interview till September. Maybe that's what the problem is. Mexico is so busy, they're so busy with visa interviews. The earliest you can get another visa interview is in September of 2024. So that's why they put on the 221G, you got to wait till September 3rd to get the medical exam done. So apparently you can't get another visa interview in Mexico till September. That's most unfortunate. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that, but that's the reason. Harold A, MVC takes forever for the invoice number. Yes, they do, but you may not need it. Chris and Emil, thanks, high five. She'll have the scary visa interview in July of 2024, which is right around the corner. It'll be here before you know it. It's just right around the corner, right? Bud Garcia, will I get something from the embassy when my packet is at the ready status? Yes. You'll get a packet 3, packet 4 email from the embassy telling you how to schedule the visa, to pay for the visa fee and all that jazz. But if you've already done all that, then you're just going to just schedule the medical exam. Just schedule the medical exam, like I said. That's all you got to do. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. How are you? Francois, we are good. We went and looked at stores today. We went to, where did we go today? We went to Big Lots. Went to big store. It's pretty nice. Karina's looking at stuff. We had to leave her beautiful radio. She had this big radio back in Colombia. She used to blare it when she's cooking in the kitchen. Baby, oh, so. And we couldn't put it in the suitcase. We couldn't bring it. We couldn't bring it to the United States. So we gave it to her brother. And he's happy because now he's got this big radio and he's doing the bam, 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 bam in Colombia. So I'm going to buy Karina a new radio. Let's see here. Melis Ghana. Okay, thank you very much. I was disturbed. No, Melis, calm, relax. Thank you for the clarification on the name change. I do appreciate it. Melis, you've got this. Don't worry about what this marriage certificate says. It's going to give you, the marriage certificate is going to have your maiden name on it, like Karina's. But when you file for the green card, your green card's going to come in with your new husband's name on. Your name is going to be your husband's name, and everything's going to be peachy cream. Mackenzie Owens, when you apply for a green card, should we also bother with the work authorization letter after getting married? I wouldn't bother with it now. It's going to cost you $260. When I applied for Karina. When Karina applied for a green card, she also asked for the EAD document because it's going to help update her Social Security number with the Social Security Administration. But commencing April 1st, You got to pay $260 for that. That's crazy. Just wait for your green card. Don't even waste the money on the work document, work authorization document. Don't waste your money. Just wait for the green card. Abdul, Wahab Kanu, hi Diego. Today we send in our adjustment of status. High five. Good job, Abdul. Good job. Sheen Anderson, yes, the weather is beautiful. 61 degrees, cloudy, no rain. Nice to eat crabs. Now, crabs are good in Baltimore. I know that. I've eaten crabs in Baltimore. When I was in the Navy, we went to Inner Harbor. Our ship went to Maryland, and I ate crabs for the weekend. It was good food with French fries. Shiku Dambayo, Diego, before I pay my daughter visa fee, I created a CGI. Is that wrong? What is a CGI, Shiku? I've never heard of a CGI. You created a CGI. What is that? Before I paid for my daughter's visa fee, I created a CGI. As long as you paid for the visa fee, and as long as you printed the visa fee receipt, and as long as you completed the DS-160 and printed the confirmation page, I don't think a CGI is going to have any bearing on anything. If I knew what it was. Francois Livingston, it looks like it takes forever to get an interview date. But that's now. This immigration process is fluid. Things change. Day by day, week by week, things change, okay? You just got to focus on getting that NOA2 letter, getting that RFE cleared up, and get your NOA2 letter. That's all you got to worry about right now. Don't worry about interview dates right now. Just get the NOA2 letter, okay? Then we'll go to the next step. We'll help you. We're here. We're going to help you. Hang ear. They don't require my fiance to go back for another interview, just a new complete medical exam. So you don't need another interview. You just need a new complete medical exam. Well, then go to the doctor's office and get one. Don't wait till September. That's just a letter that got kicked out of the embassy on a computer program. The U.S. Embassy, was it Ciudad Juarez or Mexico City? The 221G automatic computer database, boom. Try and get that medical exam done next month in April. If the embassy don't need another interview for you, for your beneficiary, go to the doctor's office with your beneficiary and say, I need a new medical exam. You messed up my first one. The embassy needs another one. And get it done in April. And then they can send it to the embassy. Then you can get your visa. Okay? Don't wait till September. Go get it done. It's the doctor that messed up, not you. Hedrex Sordiero of Christ Fire. Hey guys, thanks for your help. I just mailed my package. God bless you guys. And my wife like to thank you. Hedrex, we are glad you got your green card application in the mail before the April 1st cutoff date for the increase in the fees. Congratulations. We're glad we helped you. We send you our best wishes. We send your wife our best wishes. And now kick back and wait for your green card. You're going to get your biometrics letter first. Shiku, my interview is in Freetown, Sierra Leone. Okay. So, and also your daughter too. You and your daughter are going to go to the interview together. Make sure you bring your daughter's DS-160 confirmation page, her passport, her birth certificate, the receipt for the visa interview, okay? So they can issue her K2 plus your K1. Bud Garcia, and the medical exam too. Bud Garcia, I got the packet 3 or 4 already, so that is saying there's already status. You're done, Bud Garcia. All you got to do now is schedule the medical exam and go to the visa interview and get the visa. That's all you got left to do. Your visa interview is in June, right? Your beneficiaries, isn't it in June? Go back date 2 weeks from the date of the visa interview, get the medical exam done, and then wait, and then do the visa interview, get the medical exam, and go. Then she gets her visa, and you're done. Boom, touchdown, end zone. You're done. Denise Jefferson, hello, Diego and Karina. As I plan to take my fiance's last name, that's good. That's good, Denise. Is the adjustment of status really just for the beneficiary to change their name? It's a legal document, Denise. Does the sponsor handle this some other way? No. Denise, on the form 485, okay, Your new husband-to-be will fill out his current legal name right here. Right here. That's where he puts his current legal name. And then he's going to put his any other names that he's used. And then when you fill out your part, information about you applying, this is about the beneficiary, okay? When you fill out information about the sponsor, okay, who's filing for this, that's when you change your name to his name in the paperwork, okay? I'm looking for it right now. Now he's going to ask questions about him, his parents, his mom and his dad, about the current marriage. Now, it's going to ask here on page 7 of 20 on the adjustment of status paperwork, information about your current marriage, Denise and your new husband, current spouse's legal name, okay? Right here. You're going to put your new last name there as the wife of your husband. That's where you change your name on this document, okay? All right, Denise, it's easy. You can do this. This is a legal document that changes the beneficiary's name to the husband's last name and changes the sponsor's last name to the husband's last name if the sponsor's female. All right? Or in another, or that's how it works. Francois, look at you. A super chat from Francois. Thank you, Francois. Always you support this channel, Francois, and you always support this channel. And we appreciate you. We really do. I mean, I'm a real estate agent. I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice, and I don't work for the U.S. government. Well, I used to. I was in the Navy for 20 years, but I don't work for USCIS. But I've got 9 years of experience processing K-1 visas and green cards and spousal visas and tourist visas. 9 years of experience, okay? Going through the hard knocks. Francois, repeat. Okay, Francois, thank you Francois, we appreciate you, okay? Thank you so much, Francois. I'm giving you all this knowledge for free, guys, and the super chats we appreciate. But I've got all this experience, okay? And you got people out there that are paying $4,000 or $5,000 for an immigration attorney to do this very simple process. Why are you doing that? If you hire an immigration attorney, it means you just basically lazy to learn the process. You don't want to take the time out to learn how to do it. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of headaches, yes. But if you hire an immigration attorney, all correspondence from immigration goes to the immigration attorney. Doesn't go to you, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor. So if you get an RFP, the immigration attorney is going to get it first. What if the immigration attorney's on vacation and his secretary gets it and pigeonholes it? What? And then you got a 2-week deadline to respond to it, and your immigration attorney doesn't respond. Your visa could be denied. Okay, you don't need an immigration attorney to do this. Francois Livingston, I was only making an observation based on how many people struggle to find an interview day. I am truly concentrating on the present. Yeah, Francois, you can do it. Abdul Wahab Kanu, my wife is a U.S. citizen. She has changed her last name to my name, so we file in the last name on our adjustment of status. That's correct. You got it. You got it. Shiku, CGI is a profile you create before you pay. No problem. It's irrelevant. Shiku. The only thing immigration cares about is, did you pay the visa fee for you and your daughter? Did you print the confirmation pages of the DS-160 for you and your daughter? Did you print the receipt for you and your daughter for the receipt for the visa fee? That's all you got to worry about, and your medical exams and your passports and all the documents that you need for your interview, for your visa interview. The I-134, original I-134, signed by your sponsor. Not a copy, not a scanned copy, not a PDF copy, not an email copy. A original signed I-134, plus all the supporting financial documents. Okay, you got it? Very important. Francois, is it okay to highlight on papers going to USCIS? Sure, you can do that. No problem. When I submitted all my bank statements to immigration to include in Karina's green card application, I highlighted all my deposits from income. So it makes it easy for immigration to phone in the bag. That's all they care about. Let me see. Hang here. The 221G must be presented at the same medical clinic. That's the problem. We're afraid we might get turned away. Okay, hang here. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your 221G. You're going to go to the doctor's office in April, and you're going to schedule a medical exam, and you are going to explain to the doctor that you messed up my medical exam. You, Mr. Doctor, sent an incomplete medical exam to my embassy for my interview, messing up my life temporarily, and I want a medical exam done. I don't care what the 221G says. What's the worst thing they're going to do? Don't be scared of these people. That doctor works for the State Department. He's contracted with the U.S. government, and that doctor messed up your medical exam, not you. The doctor should be afraid of you filing a complaint against him for not doing his job. And the State Department can look for a new doctor and cancel his contract with the U.S. government. That's what he needs to be scared of, not you scared of them. In April, go to the doctor's office and reschedule your medical exam. I don't care what the 221G says. Bud Garcia, yes, it's in June. So 2 weeks before your visa interview, your beneficiary's visa interview, schedule the medical exam. 2 weeks before. Francois, is USCIS looking for every piece and form of communication from day one? No, they're not. They're not. I deleted, I have been communicating from day one, but at one time I deleted text by mistake because I was trying to archive them. Don't worry about it. You're good, Francois, you're good. Johnny, we are in a 221G status in Beirut. That's normal. Lebanon is normal. When do you advise contacting the embassy for an update? In 2 weeks. Even though they said we shouldn't contact them. Contact them every 2 weeks. I don't care what the embassy says. Don't contact me. Don't contact me. You contact them every 2 weeks with an email and check in. And you print those emails so that your NOA2 letter doesn't time out. Francois Livingston, thank you for all you do and your help. Francois, we're here for you. Headrex, look at that super chat from Headrex. Super chat Headrex. Well, we are very happy, Headrex, for you. You finally got your green card application in the mail. We say we've got you covered, okay? We will continue to help you. Stick around, hang around with us, and we'll keep you posted and help you with the green card application, okay? Shiku, yes, Diego, with daughter, I trust on this process. Yeah, you're good. I hope they don't turn my daughter away. No, they won't. I have done everything, the visa fees and confirmation page, DS-160. You're good. Your daughter was on the I-129F application for K-1 visa. Your daughter was included on the I-129F. She's a derivative by law. She is by law entitled to a K-2 visa if her name was included on the K-1 application. Okay? All you have to do is pay the visa fee and submit the DS-160 and prove that you did those two things and bring all of the documents with you to the visa interview, and you're good to go. Sweet T2, hey, how should I pay for the fees? For the green card, by check. For the K-1 visa, by check. Pay for everything by check. Okay? Pay for everything by check. Don't use your credit card. Don't use, money orders. Always pay for everything with immigration by a check. Okay? And always submit documents using FedEx, DHL, or UPS. Do you recommend a Form G1450? I believe that's where they text you and tell you they received your paperwork. Or is that for the credit card? I can't remember. But don't use a credit card to pay for a visa fee. Use a check. Always. Banks. Okay, so your bank gets a bill from immigration saying we've got a charge here for $1,225 for a green card application. The bank may not recognize the bill, and they will block the transaction. And then that's to protect you, Mr. Sponsor. But you're trying to pay for the green card, or you're trying to pay for the K-1 visa. Always write a check. Because what immigration does is they scan the check, they scan the check, and then they automatically do an electronic transfer to the bank, and they get paid immediately. That's how it works. A credit card doesn't work that way. Okay? Don't use your credit card to pay for this visa fee or green card application. Francois Livingston, is your camera working again? Yes. I had to do something. I fixed the camera. I did some post-operative technical connection reparation, and I fixed it. The Mountain Nomads. That's a nice name. The Mountain Nomads. Can the petitioner visit the beneficiary at his or her country during the K-1 visa process? Yes. I visited Karina 5 times during the K-1 visa process. I lived with her for 11 months, 5 months, 3 months, 5 weeks, 5 times. And you keep all that evidence, the Mountain Nomads, you keep all that evidence, keep the boarding passes, keep the plane tickets, keep the receipts, the hotel receipts, everything, and keep it as evidence of your relationship in case they ask you for it. And include it, let me see, make sure I make, and include it when you go to the green card, when you fill out the green card application. And what if he or she left the job and came back to the US to get a new job? You can do that. Is it better not to travel during the waiting time? Travel. I hung up my hat. I didn't work for what, 2 years? Back and forth, back and forth. I would work a bit, come back, work, come back, and my income was like going woo. Okay, but as long as your income meets the immigration requirements above 125%, you're good. It's all good, Mountain Nomad. Luna Angel 71471. My lawyer said I have to make $25K net after my deductions, not gross, before the taxes and insurance and expenses. This seems wrong to me. He said I'd have to refile an amendment with none of those. Well, the immigration look at how much money you made on your 1040 and on your tax transcript, total income. Okay. If your 1040, I think it's what, line 9 on your 1040, was it 9 or 10, where your total income is, if that's above 125%, if it's way above 125%, you're good. If it's below 125%, and it can be corrected by a tax amendment, then do the tax amendment. Or if it's below 125% because your income isn't there, get a joint sponsor. But I don't know why you'd have to amend your tax return if your income is above the minimum requirements. You have to make more than $25,000 after net deductions. More than 25. Your lawyer's wrong. Your lawyer says you have to make 25 grand net after my deductions. Are you a family of 3 or a family of 2? You need to make more money than that. K Messenger, good afternoon, Karina and Diego. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué más? Su fina semana. Weekend's good. The weekend is good. Thank you. We are to fly to Texas on the 13th of April. Is what documents did they collect when Karina entered into the United States? What did they ask Karina? What documents? They took all of her documents. She had a stack of stuff like this in her bag. It was my military bag, actually. She was just carrying my military bag, but inside the bag was all these documents for her K-1 visa. The Border Patrol officer put his hand in there and took them all and said to Karina, welcome to the United States. He went in the computer. He did some jiggly, took her passport, stamped an I-94 form in there, stapled it to her in her passport and said, welcome to America. Have a nice day. And he asked me more questions. He asked me the questions. He was asking me questions about previous K-1. And he said, oh, you're good, Diego, you're good. Don't worry about it. It's immigration at the embassy messed up. I said, yeah, they messed up. Karina didn't get any questions. She's welcome to America. Bienvenidos a Estados Unidos. What did they ask Karina? Nothing. 0. K Messenger, thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, K Messenger, for hanging out with us. And Hedrex, thank you for that super chat, Hedrex. We appreciate you, man. Sweet T2 for Form I-65A household member. That's a affidavit of support for a household member. Would I be considered the sponsor? Yeah, Sweet T2. If you are the sponsor, you're going to be considered the sponsor. And my mother is the household member because we live together. That's right. You got it. Hang here. Thank you so much, Diego. Also, when we DHL the new medical exam to the embassy, should we include the passport too? Well, if they gave you back your passport, you need to give the passport to the embassy so they can process your K1 visa, right? I didn't know they took your passport. You told me that you don't have to redo the medical exam. I mean, you don't have to redo the visa interview, right? Hang here. You don't have to redo the visa interview. You just have to redo the medical exam, right? Immigration didn't take your passport, right? Put the passport with the medical exam and send it to the embassy when you get the new medical exam done, okay? And make sure it's complete. Denise Jefferson, Diego, if something tragically happens to a sponsor, gets killed after an interview and after an approval, can the beneficiary still come to live in the States? No. If you are a sponsor, lady or gentleman, and you have got an approved K1 visa, okay, and you go to a K1 visa interview, and you get you get your K1 visa put in your passport, and you haven't left your country of origin, okay, it gets terminated. The visa is no good anymore, okay? But if you land in the United States, you get to America, you get married, and then something happens, then the person can get a joint sponsor and remain in the United States. But if something happens to a sponsor before you get married, okay, the visa gets terminated by immigration. You cannot enter the United States on a K1 visa if your sponsor is in heaven. You can't do that. It gets denied. But if you enter the United States and marry your sponsor, and then the sponsor gets killed in a car wreck, you can still stay in America, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, as a widow, so long as you get a joint sponsor to cover your expenses while you get on your feet, and you apply for the green card with a joint sponsor with an explanation and a copy of the death certificate of the sponsor explaining what happened. Okay, Denise, you got it? Matilda Rhodes, hello, Denise Jefferson, have been looking for you. Matilda's been looking for Denise. Come on, Matilda, she's here. The Mountain Nomads, you are the best. It is always a pleasure to hear from you. Mountain Nomads, we are glad to help you. I want to help you get your green card and your K1 visa. I want to get you here in America. Matilda's talking to Denise. Janice Jefferson's talking to Matilda. This is good interaction on your YouTube channel. This is your channel, guys. Sweet Tea. Is it okay to send the 3 recent W-2 tax copies, or is the 1040 form they need? You need to include W-2s with the 1040s and the tax transcripts, because the W-2s, immigration's going to look at the W-2s, and they're going to count, they're going to add up how much money you made on the W-2s, and then they're going to look at your total income on the 1040, and then if those two numbers match, you got no problems. But if they've got no W-2s, immigration can't prove, you can't prove to immigration that you made the money. Anybody can go on a computer and fill out a 1040 and say, I made $100,000. Anybody can do that and sign the form, but you got to back that 1040 up with the W-2s that prove the income, right? And the tax transcripts are more beneficial because that's the IRS certified document. You got it, Sweet Tea? Hang here. They took it at first. Now they send it back with the second 221G. Okay, go get the medical exam. Go get it done next month, and then resend the medical exam and the passport back to the embassy and say, please process my K1 visa. Okay, hang in there, my friend. I'm going to get you through this. Nika Siete. Hi, Diego. I've submitted the adjustment of status for my wife, and as of November 29th, 2024, they have it in process. How long before she gets her residency card? Got any word on processing? So you sent it November 29th. So we're going to say that's December, January, February, March. So 4 months has passed. So probably another month or a couple of weeks. You're at the end. A couple more weeks, another month maybe. You're close. You're very close. Sheena Anderson's talking to Matilda. Yes, it's not easy getting an interview in Lagos, Nigeria. My now husband had his interview on January 11th. There you go. But you got it done, Sheena, right? It was, now you're in green card processing. Julian ALO. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ross. How are you? We're good, Julian. We are fantastic. Now, aren't you in Uganda, if I remember? Or did you make it to America? Did you get to the USA? Matilda and Sheena talking. Rambling Man Kaya Dan. Hello, Diego. My case is still in 221G, but my fiance submitted the required evidence 2 weeks ago. I'm going to give the Manila embassy till Friday. Then I'm using the Diego method. Contact my 2 senators. That's the Diego method. Get them on it. Get it done. The Mountain Nomads. Is it true that the process timing is speeding up, especially for new applications who are about to submit their application for K1? Are they going to get the NOA2 shorter than usual? Yes. NOA1 to NOA2 right now is about 6 to 9 months. Unless you mess up your paperwork and doesn't get an RFE. Then you got to add another month because you messed up the paperwork. It's about 9 months, okay, max. Sweet Tea, I have student loans, so should I include that on the I-485 for liabilities? On the I-845 for liabilities. Yes, you do. Nikia Siete, sorry, I meant November 29th, 2023. November 29th, what? November, you submitted for a green card, November 29th, 2023. I was going to wonder because it's November 2024. I figured it was 2023. I knew that we haven't reached November 2024 yet, so I just knew you messed up. So you should get your green card in about another month or even hopefully less than that. We'll see what happens, okay? Hangia, thank you so much, sir, but I will try to call the embassy and see why they are making us wait. Okay, here's the secret to immigration. Okay, don't call them and ask them questions. Okay, go to the doctor, get the medical exam done, and then resend everything back to the embassy with a letter and say, I got my medical exam done. I'm sorry, I didn't see this part about wait till September. I just read the part where you said you had to repeat the medical exam. And then let the embassy make the call after that. More likely you'll get your K1 visa. Rambling Man, first 221G was for her passport photo. The second was for a misspelled middle name. I tell you, you got to check spellings, guys, on names. If your passport name is not correctly spelled and it doesn't match your birth certificate, you're going to have a problem with immigration. Nicky Asete, thanks, Diego. I didn't want to get Marco Rubio involved again. That's why we pay him. Marco Rubio makes $175,000 a year as our senator in Florida. Okay, put him to work. He only works 6 months out of the year. The rest of the time, what is he in? He's on vacation somewhere in Miami. Put him to work. Denise talking to Matilda. You need to join the forum in Lagos where all are required to take turns checking for appointments. I like that, Denise Jefferson. That's a great post right here on this channel. Sheena's talking to Matilda. If you have WhatsApp, I have a group that can help you. Well, Karina's got WhatsApp on the phone here, so she can talk to her family and friends in Venezuela, Brazil, Colombia, Uruguay, all around South America. WhatsApp's pretty good, and it's encrypted too. Now, I got rid of Facebook, okay? I deleted my Facebook account once Karina got her green card application in the mail. I got rid of Facebook. It's a waste of time. Facebook, to me, is just, if they don't like something, they block you. They censor you. All right? Oh, we don't like that post. We're offended. Oh, no. Oh, and they block you for 2 weeks. I said, what the heck? I thought this was America with the First Amendment, a right to speak your mind. So I got rid of Facebook, and then the Messenger went away too. So my brother used to send me messages in Yahoo Messenger. Now he can't because it doesn't work because I got rid of Facebook. So he sends me texts on my phone, which is the way we used to do business back in the 80s, right? Or the 90s. Who needs Facebook? To me, it's a waste of time. You know? Hang here. Thank you for that super chat. Hang here. Hang here. You're the best. We appreciate you, man. Let me see. Sheena's telling Denise, you are correct. K Messenger, I have global entry. Can hire accompany me in that line as opposed to the regular immigration line? Sure. Your beneficiary goes where you go. K Messenger, where you go, Mr. American Citizen, Miss American Citizen, your beneficiary is going to be holding your hand. Okay? I don't have global entry, but I'm a U.S. citizen, so I went to the U.S. citizen line, and guess who was with me? Karina. She was right there with me. She's not a U.S. citizen, but she was with me, okay? And she accompanied me through the U.S. citizenship line, and the Border Patrol welcomed her to America. Welcome to Miami. They treated her good. Plus, she's good looking, too. So, I mean, the Border Patrol agents aren't going to give her a hard time. Surely, right? So K Messenger, you can bring your fiance in with global entry, no problem. Francois Livingston, the Mountain Nomads, Salam alaikum. Please listen to Diego and do things carefully. I did things in a hurry, and well, now our case is delayed. Francois, keep pressing ahead. Look ahead. You've got this. Julian ALO, I'm back in Uganda with my visa from Kenya. They put the visa on a paper and said the unrecognized passport or whatever case, then my visa is down. I'll travel tomorrow to the US. Travel today, Julian ALO. Get out of where are you at? In Uganda? Get on a plane tonight. Fly to America. Why are you waiting until tomorrow? Why did you wait so long? Get on a plane. Boom. Come on. Let's go. Sweet Tea, my mom is helping me support my husband for the green card, but the problem is her 1040 form total income is combined with my dad's, joint filed. Her 1040 and W-2 income is not the same. Is that okay? It's perfectly fine as long as you explain that in a letter with your green card application. What you just told me, you write in a letter. My mom is my joint sponsor. Blah, 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 and sign it and date it, and you're good. Denise Jefferson's talking to Sheena. Yes, we had the appointment in less than 10 days from the DS-160 filing, which is the Department of State application for the visa. We are now approved, and my beneficiary will be here next week. Ooh, we can't wait for Denise to get her future husband here. Navigating Lagos was a nightmare. This whole K-1 visa process is a nightmare, guys. And I'm going to put a light for you to walk the path so you don't get into confusion. I'm shining a light for you guys so you can find your way through this scary process. Rambler Man, Kayadan, yeah, your senator is your employee, plus the embassy tighten up when they get calls and emails from them regardless of politics. Doesn't matter, Republican or Democrat, immigration will tighten up when politicians contact their office, okay? I've had Republicans help me. I've had Democrats help me. I don't care what your political party is. Get the job done. I pay your salaries. Politicians work for us. They are not leaders. They are representatives. Let me explain to you guys. You live in a foreign country. We got folks watching us from Uganda, South Africa, Australia, England, Colombia, France, Germany, all around the world, okay? Over 160 countries watching this channel, and you are beneficiaries coming to America, and you get married to your American citizen sponsor. Congress, members of Congress, and U.S. senators, and you represent your city council, your county commissioners. They work for you. They're not your leaders, okay? They are your representatives. They represent you and what you need, and if you have a problem, they represent you in government to get it done. Whatever the problem is, they solve it because you pay all this money in taxes. And as a new citizen, not citizen, as a new resident of the United States, once you get your green card, you have to pay taxes too in this country. You cannot vote as a green card holder, but your congressmen and your senators will represent you if you have an issue. Okay? If they say, I don't have time, I'm too busy, call the other guy or the other woman, the other lady. Call somebody else. Okay? Get it done. Sheena Anderson is talking to Denise. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. That group helped us out so much. Plus Diego and Karina. There you go. Sweet Tea, do I have to include the last two 1040s along with the W-2s? Yes. No. Last 3 years. You need to include your last 3 years worth of 1040s, your last 3 years of tax transcripts, your last 3 years of W-2s or 1099s. You probably cannot get your tax transcript if you have paid your 2023 taxes already. If you filed your 2023 tax return, you won't be able to get a tax transcript probably till June or July. All right? But you can get tax transcripts for 2022, 2021, and 2020. No problem. Sweet Tea, you got it? 3 years worth. Amal Khan, salam, beautiful couple. Well, thank you, Amal. We appreciate that. Julian, yes, Diego, I booked the plane of KLM for tomorrow, Sunday in Africa. KLM, that's Dutch Airlines, right? Honestly, I'm speechless, but I thank you so much for everything. We followed everything from you. We did exactly what we told you to do, and we got my visa. Right? And you were going through it, and your visa was a little more tricky because you were an asylum person, okay? And a refugee, and you didn't have a passport, you didn't have any travel documents, and I still helped you get out of the country into the United States. You can't beat that, right? Right? We're here for you guys. Denise Jefferson's talking to Sheena. No doubt Diego and Karina have been calm in this process. Have you had your interview yet? Yeah, stay calm, guys. Be patient. Stay calm. You qualify for the benefit. Look at Julian from Uganda, okay? He didn't even have a passport. And we got him out. We helped him get his K-1 visa without any documents, right? That's probably an impossibility. An immigration attorney would say, I can't help you, in my opinion. We can't help you. You don't have a passport. We can't help you. And then Julian jumps on this channel, and guess what? I told him, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. You get your visa. Boom. He's leaving for America tomorrow. And he doesn't even have a passport. You can't beat the channel, right? I'm out. I'm waiting for my interview. My fiance has received petition approval letter on February 7th. Okay, I'm waiting for my interview. How much time will it take? Which country? What country are we talking about? So you got the NOA2 letter February 7th. So February, March. So by May or June, you'll get the MVC welcome letter. But tell me, in Pakistan, it could take another 4 or 5 months. Okay? Amal, give it another 4 or 5 months, okay? For Pakistan. Beautiful Pakistan. But I'm giving you the real deal, okay? 4 or 5 months. K Messenger, we are also traveling with a cat and a dog. But we traveled with a cat, Tokyo. And he keeps whining. He's at the door. I think he's meow, Donde Tokyo. Okay. We're good. I think Tokyo wants to come in and join the live stream. In my opinion. We brought a cat from Colombia. How was the process? It was easy. Did you go through the metal detector with Tokyo? No. Well, did Tokyo go through a metal detector? Yes. Tokyo went through the metal detector. You never know. He may have had something stuck somewhere, you know, so he went through the metal detector. Our dog is very laid back. Most dogs are. Our cat is crazy with any stranger. Okay, well, Tokyo is laid back, and he made friends with the Border Patrol. We landed in Miami. He made friends with the Border Patrol officer. He's like, meow, 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 talking to the Border Patrol. Laid back, chilling out. And then our cat was so laid back, he drove for 10 hours with us in our road trip from Miami to here. And 11 hours, I think it was, with the time change. And he wasn't hungry, he wasn't thirsty, he didn't want to use the bathroom until he got to the house. And then he was like, boom, where's the bathroom? So traveling with a cat and a dog is no problem. As long as you've got all the vaccinations and the medical exam. You got to have a medical exam for the dog and the cat. Okay, the country has to approve the dog or the cat to leave the country. Colombia had to do a medical exam on Tokyo to give Tokyo permission to leave Colombia. And that was checked by the immigration officers. Let me see. Rambling Man. How soon after I marry my fiance can I submit a green card application? Is there a waiting period? You can do it right away. But you want to get, before you submit your green card application, you got to prove you guys are in a relationship and married to each other, and she's on everything that you can possibly put her on. She's on the water bill. She's on the light bill. She's on the trash bill. She's a joint account holder with your bank. She's on the title to your car. She's on the deed to your house. She's on the lease to the apartment. You got to prove all that stuff, Rambler Man, to immigration when you apply for the green card. So Karina, we got married January 14th. We applied for a green card February 29th. We waited a month or so. We waited, 58 days, because I was waiting for the water bill to come in. And then the water bill showed up. There's Karina's name on the water bill. Then the trash bill came in. Her name's on the trash bill. Then we got her social security number. We went to the bank, put her on as a joint account holder. We had to wait for 2 weeks for a bank statement to come in with her name on it. We got her a credit card. We got her a debit card. She became a member of BJ's Wholesale Club. We didn't bother with joining Sam's Club because, we were already a member of BJ's. She became a member of Big Lots. She's a Big Lots card holder. All that stuff, all that evidence of her being with me as my husband, as my wife, we put it all in the green card application. Pictures of the wedding, the marriage certificate, the I-94 copy of the I-94, biographic page of her K-1 visa. You got to put that in the green card application. It's a bunch of, you're going to have a bunch of stuff like this. Okay. If you don't include the I-94 Border Patrol entry arrival departure form, you're going to get an RFE. If you forget to include the marriage certificate, you're going to get an RFE. If you don't include pictures of your wedding, you're going to get an RFE. Okay. Put together a strong green card application. So give it a month to get all that stuff done, and then apply for the green card within 90 days before the I-94 time's out. So my advice to you, Rambler Man, is to get it done and get it submitted within 90 days. Julian, ALO, yes, KLM is for them. Then in Amsterdam, we shall change to Delta to the United States. So yeah, I flew KLM. I flew KLM from Sicily, Italy to Amsterdam also in the past. Denise is talking to Matilda. I must have missed or YouTube blocked it. Try again. Matilda says, try this. K Messenger, we are aware of the health certificate. Okay. We will get these 5 days prior to the flight. That's correct. You got it. 5 days before you leave. Same for Karina. 5 días. For the cat. A dog is what, 3 days?
No lo sé.
Karina said. Karina said in Colombia, Karina said that processing a dog is much more time. It's a lot more paperwork. Amal Khan, please give me any good advice. I need good advice. What should I do? Like you said, you should wait 4 to 5 months more. Give me some good advice. Keep contacting, please keep contacting immigration. Stay in touch with them. Don't give up. Oh, look at this super chat. Jairus says, we are amazing. No, you guys are amazing. We're just giving you information. Okay? We're helping you guys. Jairus, thank you for that super chat. And Estelle Lemogorn, another super chat. We appreciate you guys. Okay? Thank you so much. We want to make sure that you get through this with the minimal stress. Okay? You qualify for the benefit. You qualify for the benefit. That's all it is. It's a benefit. It's not a right. It's not a derecho. It's a benefit. Beneficial. Okay. You qualify. Now you just got to go through the hoops. And I know how to go through the hoops. I know the path. I know the maze that you guys got to walk through. And if you get lost, if you get confused, I'm going to put you back on the right path and help you. You know, like Julian. We got him out of Uganda into Kenya and then back to Uganda. And now he's coming to America. He doesn't even have a passport. I know how to do this, guys. I knew the rules. I knew the process with the Department of State for asylum and refugees. So I helped him. He couldn't believe it. Tomorrow he'll be in America. My advice to you, Amar, is to keep in contact with the embassy, okay? Once a month at a minimum. And then print the emails that you are maintaining contact with the embassy. Maintain contact. And you got to prove it. And you do it by printing the emails. Jairus, you are very welcome. Jairus, thank you for that. We do appreciate you guys, you know, for the super chats. We really do. You know, it's not a whole bunch, but I saved you thousands and thousands of dollars in immigration fees, right? If I can do that, then that's a start. You can use that money for your wedding, you know, get your new bride a new wedding dress, or your new groom, buy him something nice for the wedding. Instead of paying an immigration attorney, use the money for something other than that person, you know. Well, you know, I asked an immigration attorney once, years and years ago, 9 years ago. I said, hey, you're an immigration attorney. Did you process a K-1 visa for your wife? No. Did you process a K-1 visa for your? So how is your wife American? Yeah, my wife's an American. So how did you learn about K-1 visas? Well, I went through law school and I took a bar exam. Well, great. Okay, that's good. It's a tough class. It's a tough exam to pass. I respect that immigration attorney for his knowledge. But he had zero experience in doing it the real hard way, which was walking through the trenches like we are doing with you guys to get this done. We went through the trenches like you guys, okay? That's how we do it. Experience. Immigration attorneys, 99% of them have never once filed a K-1 visa on behalf of their beneficiary. They're married to Americans. They just like the money because it's good income. Attorneys make good money. And I support that. I'm a capitalist. I'm all in. If you can make a lot of money in America, go for it, okay? But you don't need an immigration attorney to do this very simple process. Jairus, you're very welcome. And TG, great information as always. Diego. Well, you can't trip me up on a K-1 visa. I can write a book on how to do it. Green card applications, I can write a book on how to do it. If you are an asylum seeker without a passport, I can help you get a green card. I can help you get a K-1 visa. I know how to do it. If you need a green card, I know the process. I'll get you one if you follow the videos. Just watch the videos. It's much easier to watch a 20-minute video on how to process a green card application and then to pay an immigration attorney $4,000. And then you call your attorney up and say, hey, I got a question, but I'm busy right now. And then you get a hold of him, and then he charges you $400 a minute for a phone call. That's obviously, it's probably an exaggeration, but you know, there you go. So, you know, we were in Villa de Leyva in Colombia, in central Colombia, and Karina said, why don't you put a channel together, YouTube channel together to help people with green cards or K-1s or K-2s? I said, okay. So the first thing I had to do was get a computer because I was in Colombia. I didn't have a computer. So we went down to, what's that company called? K-Tronics. We went to Bogota. We went into K-Tronics and I bought a laptop. It's all in Spanish. So I used it for live streams in Colombia and to process videos in Colombia. Now we're in America. I just give it to Karina. I don't need a laptop that's in Spanish. So Karina has the laptop. Anymore. It's like, donde? It's a laptop right here. I bought it for her. I said, here you go. It's yours. But I used it to get the YouTube channel started in Bogota. Annie Prasad. Hi, Mr. Diego and beautiful Karina. Good night. How are you guys? We're good. Good. We're good. And I even fixed the camera. So I don't know what happened. And then I get an email today from AT&T. They said they compromised the database at AT&T or whatever. And I got an email saying somebody hacked into the database of all the customers of AT&T. I'm like, great. Maybe that's why the camera kept blocking out, because somebody hacked into it and I couldn't get a connection. And then when AT&T fixed the security problem, all of a sudden the camera came back on. So who knows? I'm not blaming AT&T, but they got to get their security back online. That's not good. Matilda is talking to Denise. Did you get my IG handle? I don't know what that is. And any person, we're good, Andy. We're doing great. Karina is loving America. She's getting used to being in the United States. She's getting used to this Florida weather. It's nice and warm. I tried to warn her in July and August, it's going to be like an oven, right? Muy caliente. But she said today was hot, and it's only 70 degrees. Because in Bogota, Colombia, we were used to 60 degrees, 65 degrees, But every day this week in Bogota, it's raining. Every single day, it's pouring with rain in Bogota. So Karina's just happy to be here in Florida, because every day this week it's going to be blue skies and sunny and nice, which is good. And the air is clean, she said. The air here is very clean. In Bogota, the air wasn't so clean. So, but here the air is clean. She's happy about that. And Julian's going to fly on KLM Airlines to Amsterdam, then switch to Delta and end up in the good old USA tomorrow. And we can't wait. We'll have a big Mountain Dew celebration for Julian, ALO, getting him into the United States. It's good news. Okay, guys. If you don't have any more questions, I'm going to log out. But if you got questions for me, I'm going to hang out. Okay? I think I'm getting a little hungry. So I don't know, Karina and I are going to make dinner and watch a movie and relax. And what's tomorrow? And then for tomorrow, happy Resurrection Sunday for everybody who celebrates Resurrection Sunday. All right? I don't say happy Easter, okay? Because Easter, that didn't exist back in the day. It doesn't exist. Easter, what is that about? Lots of rabbits giving birth to lots of baby rabbits? No, we don't celebrate that. So happy Resurrection Sunday for tomorrow. All right. K Messenger, thank you, Karina and Diego. Enjoy your weekend. Feliz de fin de semana. Gracias, K Messenger. Igual. If nobody has any more questions, I'm going to go boop, and terminate the live stream. All right. I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Denise, Matilda, I send you a friend request. Okay, so Denise and Matilda are connecting from this channel so that they can get connected, because Denise is the expert on Lagos, Nigeria. Francois says, Diego. Francois, what's your question? Come on, ask me a question, Francois. We got to get you an NOA2 letter, right? That's what we're going to get for you. That's what's important. And then you go to the next step. Annie Prasad, happy Resurrection Sunday. Annie, thank you, and same for you. Okay. We don't say happy Easter. Okay. I never say, it doesn't exist. Easter does not exist. Okay. It doesn't. Where? Who is Easter? Who is that person? I mean, I'm not bashing the religion. I'm just saying it doesn't exist. Easter is all about bunny rabbits and chocolate and new bunny, and it's got nothing to do with anything. Easter does not have anything to do with Resurrection Sunday at all. So we wish everybody a happy Resurrection Sunday for tomorrow if you are of that religion. Francois, at the interview, do you take text, phone logs, and so on for the interview? Yes, that's exactly right, Francois, you do. Whether they ask you for that information or not, okay, at the embassy interview is irrelevant. They may not ask you for it. But what if they do? What if the immigration officer says, do you have any wedding plans? Does your beneficiary have wedding plans in his hand? What if the immigration officer says, does your beneficiary have an engagement ring? Don't wear it to the interview. If you wear an engagement ring to the interview, the immigration officer might think you got married, especially if you live in India or Pakistan or Islamabad, or excuse me, Indonesia. Never ever wear your engagement ring to an interview for a K1 visa, especially in those countries: Singapore, India, Pakistan, Indonesia. There's a lady made a YouTube video that says you must wear your engagement ring to the visa interview. That is very, very bad advice. Don't do it. It creates a perception of a marriage, especially in those countries like India. Okay, don't do it. Bring your engagement ring with you in the box, in your purse, in your cartera. And if the immigration officer says, did you get engaged? Yeah, I got engaged. We got engaged on, what day did you get engaged? We got engaged on this day. Did you get an engagement ring? Oh yeah, it's right here. And then you take it out and you show it to him and you say, I'm keeping it special for when I get to the United States. Very important. I have seen people go into a 221G in India because the person wore a wore an engagement ring to her K1 visa interview, and the immigration officer put her in a 221G hold to investigate her to see if she got married. Don't do it. And Morocco also, and Abu Dhabi, and the United Arab Emirates. Exactly. Any pursuit, I thought you had to wear the ring. Don't wear your engagement ring to the visa interview. Don't do it. Immigration think you got married, then they're gonna investigate you. They will do it. Well, it's an engagement ring, but it looks like a wedding ring to me, says the immigration officer. How do you prove it's not? Don't wear it and you don't get the question. Right? There's a YouTube video out there. The person said, wear your engagement ring to the visa interview. Very bad advice. Listen to me, guys. Listen to me, please. And Francois, bring all of those logs with you to the visa interview. And the photographs of your last trip together. Don't forget the perps, says Rambling Man. The peeps. Don't forget the peeps. The people. Joe Adams. So on the interview appointment letter, there is a DS-160 number and a barcode. Does that barcode have to match the barcode on the DS-160 confirmation? Yes. Or do the numbers have to match? You fill out the DS-160. You print the confirmation page. And that's the DS-160 that goes to the biometrics appointment and to the visa interview. Francois Livingston, from day one, I'm asking so I can make double copies now of everything. Make a copy of everything, Francois. Jai Reese, my fiance is not as proactive as I am and believe that vaccine should wait until after the USCIS approval is received. Should we wait for NOA2 or start now? Get it done. Get your vaccination started tomorrow. Okay? NOA2 or no NOA2. Get it done. Get it done. And Francois says, don't forget Morocco and Abu Dhabi and the UAE. That's right. Don't wear a engagement ring to your visa interview in Morocco. The consul officer will give you a look at the finger and say, did you guys get married? No, it's an engagement ring. Now it's on you to prove that you didn't get married. Listen to me. Yes, my fiance is in Morocco. Jairis, Annie Pursuit, thank you. No problem. Okay, guys, I'm going to make some dinner. I'm hungry. Today is Saturday. Have a happy Resurrection Sunday for tomorrow. And we'll be back on Monday. It's almost April. A month has gone. You can scratch another month off the list and starting in April. It's a new month, and it's a month closer to you getting your K1 visa and your green card. Okay. See you guys. We'll talk to you, and thanks for the super chats. We do appreciate you guys.